I just can you do well? The sound check is good on my end, you know, but like in the chat window and all that, like if you
I'll
can
listen to it.
Yeah, we should be ready to roll.
What?
Alright, hold on.
Yeah, I think it takes a second for it to like cue.
No, because the thing is, I don't hear no sound from the stream. I'm gonna refresh it. Just keep it on. I'm gonna refresh the page.
Yeah, I think it takes a second.
Oh,
I hear it. I hear it.
Well, now it's a commercial. I gotta wait now.
Dang it. Alright, we just
ad block is your friend.
Oh, look at that.
Well, the reason why I don't want to do ad block because I have to support a lot of friends on Twitch, and if I have ad block, they don't make money.
They're playing with you as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not available. It says, but add to cart. It says it right there. I'm looking at it. It keeps deleting it.
So far, I heard it, Nelson. So like, well, I heard my voice at least, and then you guys, your audio levels are up and running now.
Are they really?
Hello.
Well, it's responding on OBS right now.
I hear it.
All right, so
I hear it. I hear it. I'm gonna mute the stream now because I don't want to hear no double fucking.
Yeah, I did that too. So,
test 1 2.
Okay, testing. We're good. We don't have to mic check because I've been monitoring it for a minute. All right, so we're gonna start the local recording in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, New Gaming Order fans? This is Alex, Lexus, Nelson, and the New Gaming Order staff coming at you for the 20th of August. And I apologize for starting late despite my efforts to get ready 2 hours early. But we just had to fine tune some stuff. So this is the first time I'm actually hosting the stream or the podcast on this new system that was a generous donation from our investor. So you know, thanks to everybody. But going around the table, introduction starting with Gokin. What's going on, brother?
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Alrighty. Shinwar, opening remarks.
Call me eating my graham cracker. Hold on.
The honey on it? They got honey on it?
Yeah, I got the honey. The honey and the cinnamon. Yeah, it's Thursday, y'all.
We got government names on the Skype, guys. Government names on the Skype.
Dang. Oh, hey, we got traffic controller over here.
3 of y'all got that, and all 3.
Wait, where'd Shinwar go?
Right here.
Oh, I thought you
Yo, Alex, if you can real quickly, go into your Skype and rename Playboy's name to his actual handle.
Oh crap. Hold on.
He said government names on the Skype.
Gotta keep it inconspicuous, yo.
Hold up. You know what? Alright, but you know what? Keep doing your intros while I get this fixed. Like, oh man.
This is Duke 1949. Hello everyone. I'm excited. I'm excited for this winter. We got a bunch of great games coming out. I can't wait to play them. My favorite franchise of all time comes out next week. I can't wait. Well, the rebirth of it.
Okay, on your knees. Opening remarks, my friend.
Well, Alex, how'd you make it back here with all your shenanigans this week? I mean, you got Jared caught with his kitty porn. I know you were involved with that bombing in Thailand. You're up to a bunch of shenanigans.
I had nothing to do with that. Hey, you know what? Not to cut you off. But
you just did.
Change noobs as well.
Okay, you know what? Since I'm hosting it, I normally don't have these settings in there. All right. Yeah, if you guys haven't been checking out the news, Mr. Jared, you know, former Subway rep, has got himself in a little bit of hot water. A little bit.
Yeah, he likes his steaks like his sandwiches, 6 and 12.
Yeah, and the problem with that, you know, the unwritten prison code is if you mess with kids, they're gonna mess with you. So he's about to find a $5 footlong once he goes to prison.
So
you know,
why'd you plant that stuff on his computer, Alex? Why'd you do it?
What's that?
Why'd you plant that stuff on his computer?
I had nothing. Look. Okay, Noob.
See, that's the cops coming after you, Alex.
Unbelievable. You gotta get somebody arrested. Noob, yes. Opening remarks, man, before we go on a tangent.
He did.
He already did. But I also, to let everyone know, I have my soundboard version 1.0 working. And there was much rejoicing.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I need that as soon as possible.
Oh man, Chris, you're gonna be my sound guy, man. All right. So, moving along. Noop, opening comments.
You said that already 2 times.
I'm just waiting for Noop to go.
I already
He
went.
did.
Oh, my bad.
Next guy.
All right, Nelson. I guess last but not
Did you
least.
skip Playboy?
No, I thought he. What? Oh. Look,
No, he
man.
called out your mistake with the government names on Skype.
Oh yeah, I think that's what threw me off. Okay, Mr. Playboy. Opening comments. I want to get to this first topic. I'm like antsy. I apologize.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's good seeing everyone again. Not nothing much going on in PC land. It's all about consoles. It seems this fall coming up, but what's that? Okay, it's I'm going to talk about some things about Bungie and Jared, and also some pop culture stuff today.
Yeah, PSAs are gonna be pretty interesting today. So, and Nelson, can you round out the stuff for us, man? Opening comments before we get started.
What's up, guys? This is going to be a very funny podcast. Hopefully, you are in great hands of the co-CEO of New Gaming Order, Alex Lexus. I will not be here as of next week due to me going on vacation.
Peace, partner. I got this. Yeah.
Damn, sound like Jerry Spring up in this bitch. Hold on.
Oh shit. You do know Jerry Springer's show caused a fight in a prison? It like an all-out brawl, and they had to go into lockdown. But that's
When, in 1999?
No, this is recent. It was on the news, but you know that's not gaming related. That'll probably be a PSA.
Dang, yo, you didn't crop your YouTube video right. But go on.
Oh my god. You know what? Let's get started. New gaming order. I will have you know, Windows 10 PC users, early adopters who are being naughty with pirated software. I got some bad news. Wade Barrett style. He needs to go back to that gimmick anyway. But Microsoft has enabled Windows 10 to somehow be able or give software engineers the ability to go in and shut down unlicensed software. So with that, there's a lot of bad folks out there doing bad things, and you know I'm not gonna expose anybody, but it's just yeah, Microsoft started doing things like this early on, especially like with the Microsoft Office suite and with 360 with 365 and all that. It's just now it's getting where, yeah, as for right now, as nice as Windows 10 is, some folks did the fools rush in, went in there like, yeah, I can stream my Xbox stuff and play off my laptop and everything, and they're like, and then bam, people are getting smacked left and right. We're talking Adobe products, talking all kinds of stuff. So in the Adobe, for those of us in the graphic design world, a lot of students, and I can say some of my fellow old classmates, you know, starving college students couldn't afford the software, so one person would get it and then they would share it, you know, so they can at least pass their classes. So now Microsoft has opened another way of protecting software. So I just wanted to know what everybody thought. Now I wanted to start with Gokin, my cousin, and you know, get your thoughts, and because I'm gonna hit my PC people first, and then we'll just take it from there. But Gokin, what are your thoughts on Microsoft having this ability in the new OS to disable pirated software?
Well, so I don't know if it's just to disable. Well, it is to disable it, but it just makes it unplayable, right? So, I mean, I went clean a long time ago. Just have a little crazy games.
Like you was an addict, yo.
Yeah,
I went clean.
I used to get them PC games. Like, it was like crack, but you know what? You know, ever since Steam came out, I made that transition a long time ago. I mean, it was a long time coming. People knew it was coming already. Adobe, most of the big software vendors already started an always online type of check for their software. But the way around it was people would update their host files for those applications to only check the computer itself, right? You would route it to 127.0.0.1, and anytime the app went to go try to look for updates, it would ping itself.
Oh, that's everyone knows that.
Yeah, so
I dang sure didn't know it.
that's
Most
how you
files
got
like
around.
1995 type shit.
That's
Windows
how you
95.
got around the automatic update. You would just basically tell the app every time it's going to communicate for an update that the computer is the update server. This is where you're looking, and there's nothing available. So, I mean, it was a long time coming. I mean, at some point, I even had some friends that probably still use that. Like, yeah, why don't you just wait for Steam sales or whatever? If you don't want to just wait for Steam sales, buy them on cheap. But it is what it is, right? Office 365 is another one. I mean, if you don't need brand new, you can kind of get away with still using the old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess it is what it is. It's a long time coming. I guess they're going to help a lot of people out. It doesn't make more money for these people that are trying to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Adobe's not going to make more money now because they can stop people from using the pirated software.
They'll probably make less because they'll probably find an alternative. Say, screw it, I'm not going to use it anymore.
And someone's going to go open source. Most people are going to go open source like GIMP or all the other free open source software that's out there.
Okay.
So I mean, it was coming. So
yeah.
Okay.
My issue with Adobe has always been their price point has been just way
ridiculous.
Way out there. Even their student edition was like $500-$600. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
But to be fair, what they've done
not to be fair, man.
With the cloud version, they took the Microsoft Office approach. They kind of still made it a little bit too expensive, but I'm pretty sure within a year we're going to see that people are going to be able to pay for all the Adobe Suite, Premiere, Photoshop for about $20 a month.
Well, I got
like a subscription base.
Yeah, that's what they are now. Their cloud version is subscription based, but it's a little expensive for a subscription. So
what I got now, I got all my productivity and utility software via my professional connection. So there's no way I'm paying like $1,400 for Acrobat Professional 11.
Yeah.
No.
Now, Playboy, since
I go to trade shows and stuff a lot, so they just give that stuff for free.
Okay.
I go to Cisco Live and everything, and I get like the swag and everything, the grab bags and goodie bags and everything, stuff being there for free. So I'm like, oh fuck it. And usually I gift those out for like Christmas time or whatever, birthdays, whatever. So
Okay. So I just wanted to respond to someone in the chat said, avoiding Windows 10 for that reason. I don't think Microsoft was forthcoming with that. You know what I mean? And
it's in the
user agreement. I'm just looking at it now. It's like, damn. When they were developing Windows 10, do you think they would have put that out, knowing that hey, they need this to succeed? You know what I mean? Because damn, like if I'm like, hey, I can't use certain software anymore, I ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? I'm talking like the average person.
But you can't use Windows 10 either, right? This doesn't just affect the games, right? It's Windows itself. Windows 7, heavily pirated. Windows Vista Ultimate, heavily pirated.
Indeed.
So, I mean, this changes it for them. At least people stop stealing the software. But they may, if people are that interested in computing or free computing, then they should just go open source Linux anyway.
I don't like Linux, man. It's just
what?
When I was trying to like get used to it, it's just too much. The Gentoo, I just
you gotta be flexible, man. That's the future.
I was using that on the original Xbox, like when I had put that OS in there. It's just not my cup of tea. Like maybe I just need more time with it.
Are you talking about Ubuntu on?
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, but you know what? So, to give everybody else a chance to speak, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on Microsoft doing this? How could they do this?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're trying to crack down, but hey,
like the game?
If they find a way, then you know who will find a way to get around what they just found a way around. So, yeah, hey, it's just the ongoing cycle. But it's all.
I want to
good,
interject
though.
real quick. This is for Alex's bad joke.
And you were in
Please
the car.
continue.
You were in the car. Go ahead.
Thanks,
Oh,
Chris.
you were driving.
Hey, but yeah, you know, it's just an ongoing cycle. But I think it's, I mean, hey, Windows 10 is free, so they're like, hey, we gave you this for free. You know, you ain't gonna have anything else for free. So, but you know, it's always been like this, and somebody will find a way to get around it.
It's gonna be a seesaw battle between the pirates and Microsoft.
This is gonna require a little bit more work, right?
Because the Windows 10 is more like, it seems as if that whole DRM stuff that was initially gonna be pushed on the Xbox One, it's already happening with Windows 10. People just don't know it. You know, like they're always checking something in the background while you're online.
That's where it's going to get interesting. People are going to have to start having firewalls on virtual appliances on their network somewhere that, you know, blocking certain traffic. It's going to get interesting. You know what I mean? At some point, you're going to install Windows 10, and you're just going to have a firewall that only allows certain traffic. You know what I mean? That's going to be the way around it, but it's going to be a sucky experience for the person. It's too much.
That was another issue with Windows 10, the automatic updates. It's blowing up a lot of people's internet connection when they have the bandwidth caps.
Yeah.
So that's a big issue for a lot of people right now, too. Because they're hitting upwards of like 3 gigs just in updates in a month. Just with Windows 10. So, and these are, you know, you see this a lot in Canada because they have really shitty bandwidth caps. With satellite providers. They're getting raked over the coals. But to go to Goku's earlier point, I was expecting to go third, but he went straight to someone else. Adobe runs the assumption that a pirated copy is a lost sale, which is not true. Most people who can't pirate it just don't get it.
Yeah.
Same with Windows. You know, if I can't get the copy, I'll just stay with what I have here. What the fuck? No one's gonna, you know, do anything to me. And that's why they finally went, you know, they went free with it. Or at least for a year. I think that's gonna change because then they're collecting shit tons of data that they're gonna sell to other people, and that's how they're gonna make money, just like Google.
You know what I think is gonna happen too? I think at some point you're gonna have to be forced to get Windows 10. I believe that since
They tried that with 8, that never happened.
No. I think this is. I predict at some point they're gonna stop services on, like, you know, you had some people still using XP. They're like, all right, it's time to move on. They're trying to force you.
No, look how long the government still uses XP, so no, they're not gonna. No.
Well, it depends on which entity within. You know what? We can't even talk about that. Like, I'm doing better with that. But yeah, like, you can't. No comment. That we'll talk about that offline. But Brother Noop, what are your thoughts on the route that Microsoft is taking?
Gustav.
It's no secret that when you get new technology, there's some type of monitoring or some type of control going on because these companies want to maximize. I mean, it will eventually lead to them making more money because you have to buy it. I mean, that's the whole purpose. They make this stuff so that we have to buy it and they can make a profit. If we're not buying it, then, you know, I mean, it's not going to be like the music industry, how a lot of artists give stuff away free now to encourage you to buy it, you know, because the music industry got raped bad. Like,
well, the music industry is a victim of this changing times, you know what I mean? They had to adapt.
And they failed to do that.
Yeah. You know, so
yeah, well, I mean, they're catching up now. We're getting a lot more free content, which in turn, you know, this guy put out 3 mixtapes. I got him for free. I'm gonna buy his album. Versus I'm gonna download his album. Whereas software has always been an iffy thing. I've never really been a bootlegger of PC stuff because I always felt like I would get caught. I'm just that one person when I decide to break the rules, I'm the one that always gets caught. So I decided not to do that. I'm always that one. Yeah, I do think eventually, I mean, not right now, but maybe years, 10, 15 years, they're going to try to assimilate everyone and force everyone to do something. That happens every once in a while. Look what they did with Connect. This is the Connect company. They forced you to buy that.
Well, all right. And Nelson, your thoughts?
Well,
I know you're gonna answer some of their questions in the chat.
Yeah, basically, what I'm trying to clarify for some of you people in the chat. I know you guys are somewhat still scared to jump on the bandwagon of Windows 10 because it's still unclear of what they're trying to do in the system, whether if they listed it in the user agreement or the stuff that they're doing secretly. And apparently, I found out recently through Twitter, if you enter through the God mode, as what they call it, it's like making a subfolder, putting in a bunch of series of numbers and stuff like that. You know, you guys are literally able to close, opt out, and opt in on every little single thing within your privacy settings due to your location, within programs, and anything.
I need to do that now.
Windows 10 cannot force you to shut things down. Like, I will say this, you know, as you know, not giving away too much of my personal information as possible, but let's just say I'm still able to run stuff. We'll keep it as that. I'm still able to run particular stuff even with this happening. They have not really killed my thing at all because, again, I went to the privacy settings within the God mode, the actual, like, full content, and I shut everything out. So they can't do nothing unless if I say, okay, you can do this. Okay, give me this update. Okay, let me see what this is. I have the option to control that now.
Hold on.
But if you sit there and you let it happen, why would I don't know if Garvin said this or Shinwar said this, if you just hit express download while you're doing Windows 10, you fucked yourself right over. Instead of hitting custom and organizing exactly what you want on your system.
Now, you know something? New Gaming Order audience. The views and you know, preferences of the panel does not reflect New Gaming Order. Whatever Nelson said, that's all Nelson.
Hey, listen,
Chris, play a sound effect for me.
Look, I put it this way: I don't give a fuck because I'm the one saying it. So
that's for Alex.
They don't have to take
what the heck.
There's no blame here, but I'm addressing it like it is.
Yeah.
If you guys are doing things that you have gotten through either such as review copies, something that a friend gave you through a disc that you're unaware of, that you don't even know if it's legitimized or not, things can still be avoided. You just have to know how
Nelson,
to go about
those
it.
folks who share software, they know full well. Let's be real. Like, hey man, can you hook me up with Adobe? Sure I can, Alex. Okay, boom. I mean, come on, these folks.
No, but some people have like actual legitimate copies. The only thing that they have to do is just make sure the product key is within the software. I'm not saying to take that away from them, but they are people that do it, you know, illegally, and they still get things done, and they still avoid the troubles that Windows 10 is trying to push on to people as of now.
You know what?
But you know what's funny with those legit copies? I know there was like Adobe Acrobat Professional. They'll allow you to use the same key on 2 machines.
Yeah.
So what happened is, let's say if you try to install that on a 3rd machine, it'll say it's fine, but then you have to deactivate that serial key on one of the other machines. So, you know, I mean, if it'd be cool if they're like, hey, up to 4 or 5 people can use this. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But 2 people, hey, they not messing around.
Yeah, it's like the Norton thing. Like, you know, you can put up to 5 machines.
Jim Gordon.
Shut up. But with that, you know, for our YouTube folks, before I wrap this up, does anybody have anything they want to add before we get ready to transition to the next topic? Yes, no, maybe so. And then Nelson, you pretty much covered the chat, the guys on the chat, right?
Yeah, they're well. Hopefully I answered their questions with that one little thing. Just as a quick refresher, if you're afraid of Windows 10, just wait it out like some people are. If not, get Windows 10 and just do what I recommended with the whole God mode. It basically is like an ultimate control thing to customize every little piece of information to opt in and opt out within Microsoft information.
Now, I want to give you an experience. Like, I'm having issues with Windows 10 where, you know...
You might want to go get that looked at, Alex.
Yeah, because with Windows 10 in a corporate environment, I don't know, it's something where it won't let me log in, but when I have my Windows 7 boot up, because I dual boot, I have 2 hard drives in my laptop, and when I go into...
2 boots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's how... Shut up. But, yeah, I have Windows 7 Ultimate on my one hard drive, Windows 10 on the other. When I log into the Windows 10, I can get online at that corporate place. But when I go into Windows 10, it won't let me. I don't know. Nelson, might be a Norton thing or something.
No, it's not. It's
not.
It's not a Norton thing.
It's not.
Yeah, because it's not letting me in under Windows 10.
Right. So, under a regular user or a domain joined user. It's two different things, and it could be blocking that type of login group.
Yeah.
On the network that you're on.
Yeah, because if you're trying to sign on with your laptop through their network infrastructure, they could be just slashing it out and just like.
Oh no! You see, I have a work laptop and I have the laptop that's on their Wi-Fi, right? On Windows 7, I can get on that network. I have like the web key for it. But then under Windows 10,
but that's probably the reason. Like what I'm saying, they probably allowed you to get that granted access, knowing that you had that. But now, since you have a different OS and a different operating system,
I was thinking that too.
They probably just shut that out without you having to tell them.
It's considered an unknown computer on the network.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably that's Alex. Remember, I said they probably blocked your MAC address.
Or for the other hard drive? No, because I can still
login server.
It's not the hard drive. It's
because you see on Windows 7, perfect, boom. That's why we couldn't do that thing we were talking about, like the testing, because I just can't get on. I would have to do it from here.
Do you have a DevLAN at your work?
A what?
Never mind.
Oh,
no.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
DevLAN. Do you have a DevLAN?
I don't know what that is.
A development LAN. That means there's a production network and a development network.
Oh no, we only have the
certain machines are only allowed to log on to, and MAC addresses are only allowed to log on to your prod.
Yeah.
Same thing with that.
No.
It gets very technical. We can get very technical on the podcast.
Yeah. We don't want to, lose anybody.
Let's keep work out of this.
Yeah. No. I'm just talking about like.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Because it may not work everywhere. It may not work. That's what I'm saying.
It won't work everywhere. It's like it's all to whoever's running that admin of the IT department. They have the option unless they're aware that you have this particular software or computer, they will give you granted access. But since they got to keep it on their tight ship, you're not going to get granted access for everything that you bring on.
Okay.
No worries. I domain joined a whole bunch of Windows 10 machines already. They work. Believe me, it works.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just being blocked, but it is what it is. Just beware.
Being black. Did he say that, yo?
It sounded like it.
I said. You know what? New Gaming Order, we're going to bring this topic to a close, and the chat is very active on this Windows 10. What the heck?
You can't end it now. You can't end it when we're all laughing at your expense, Alex.
No, well, I mean, we got a couple of topics. I have to be picky and choosy, and I'm trying to catch the end of SmackDown before SummerSlam. So, you know what? I'm done.
What?
New Gaming Order. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Those of you who are watching us live, stay tuned.
New Mugen Order. What?
I said Gaming Order.
I heard Mugen.
Yeah, you did say.
Oh, I did?
Yo, Alex, get this man a new script, yo. Hold on.
It's not. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I got you.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. There's no excuse though. I should have got rested up beforehand.
New Gaming Order. Thank you guys for watching this particular topic. Please like, rate, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Like, rate, and
whatever.
What? What?
Doesn't matter. Everyone's fucking up tonight. Everyone's fucking up tonight.
I know, right?
Go to our actual website, newgamingorder.com, to check out any latest information, podcast information, or anything that's related to Twitch, or anything about the panel that you see here today. And Alex, you have the rest now.
You said check out the website to see Mitch's. What? You said,
see, I didn't say none of the chat. I said nothing about Mitch's.
Okay. New Gaming Order. Our YouTube folks, make sure you check out our next topic. We're taking an intermission. Peace. Alright, so
yo, Alex, you sounded like Leo Getz from Lethal Weapon. Yo, you was like, okay.
Unbelievable. I'll save that for a PSA. Trying to pick up the next thingy. That'll be a PSA.
It said like, rate, and subscribe. What?
Alright, you know what? Oh, we already talked about the Halo 5 not getting the multiplayer, right?
The big about that.
Alright, so I cut that one out. Oh, I got it. Okay. The backwards compatibility thingy. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. We back. New Gaming Order for our second topic of the night. Make sure you check out our first segment for our YouTube folks, where we're talking about Windows 10 and the disabling of pirated software. We had an interesting discussion, and our chat was very active with that. So make sure you check that one out and leave your comments on that video. Now, shifting gears, Microsoft is, I think, trying to go different Super Saiyan levels with this backwards compatibility. Now, Phil Spencer has gone on record to say that, okay, he went to his team and said, hey, you know what? Can you do Xbox original backwards compatibility? And it's almost as if, Phil, you're doing wonderful things. Good man, a gamer in that position. It's almost like FUBU, for you, by you, in the sense where he understands it from our perspective. And I even said, hey, it'd be nice if they could do backwards compatibility extending beyond the 360. So right now it's possibly in the works that we're gonna get that after the, you know, whatever 360 games become native backwards compatible to the Xbox One.
I feel that they're so fucking late on this, man. Sony
Now,
already beat them to the punch with that.
What? Say again?
Sony already beat them to the punch to that. Microsoft is mad.
No, this is true. This is true. But given Microsoft's track record, they only have 3 systems. Well, yeah, they got the original Xbox 360 and Xbox One. So they only have.
Regardless, if they had 3 systems, they could have still made that functionality happen within the 360 and then just bounce it over, just like the PlayStation.
And we did podcasts way back when talking about how they said that the architectures were very different, and it had to do with the NVIDIA and Radeon chipsets.
Shit, man.
That's what they said. That's what was said.
There's validity to that. You can't, when you're developing your games on different processors. It was like when the PS3 came out, was using that IBM and Intel mix, whatever processor they were using. Like, you can't just, okay, now I'm on an X64, you know, Intel processor or AMD processor.
Yeah.
Just make that other game just start running, you know, those processors. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, but before I give everybody the floor with this, Microsoft is going the software route. So the Xbox One is capable of doing the software emulation, and considering that some of the 360 games are running flawlessly where others still need some tweaking, it's, you know, if you really look at it, you know, some PCs can run Xbox One games with that. I forget the name of the emulator. If the hackers and homebrews can do it, Microsoft can definitely do it. And I'm looking for games like Phantom Dust, Odyssey 1 and 2. You know, there's a lot of games that were like, wow. You know? So with that, I'm gonna give Gokin the floor, and then we're gonna move on down. But what do you think about Microsoft kind of hinting at the future with going even beyond the 360 for backwards?
If they're going to do it, they might as well do it through their cloud and not on the system.
I would rather that. No, I don't want to do it like how Sony is doing
game stream. It should be game stream. I'll just try to keep it short, but they should have did it. And they should have had a platform available for all the consoles moving forward from the get-go. So I don't understand how companies think that, you know, we invest in you, we buy your original console, and we don't want to play our games on the next one. We're not expecting new graphics, but we would like to be able to still play our old shit.
Yeah.
But again, it's Microsoft. They're, like Nelson said, they're late to the game, and it sounds exciting. I mean, I kind of like don't. It's not that.
Well, there's some games that would be really freaking cool, like Onimusha, Genma, Warlords. Like, I want to play stuff like that again. So, yeah, I mean, it's what it is.
It is what it is. I'm not.
Okay.
Wow, he dead ass put Ninja. What is that? Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, I switched up the playlist a little bit. So, all right, Playboy, what are your thoughts on Microsoft?
Oh my god,
possibly attacking this.
Microsoft doing what now?
Yeah, they're gonna extend backwards compatibility in the future to not just the 360, but to the original Xbox.
They're 15 years late.
Okay. Well, okay. All things aside, like Sony offered it in the original PlayStation 3, where it did 1, 2, and 3 games, right? It was great. It was cool. You know what I mean? Like, you have a bigger library, so to speak. Now, some folks, you know, it might be meh to them, but there's some titles I would love to see played again. And you know, I think I'm a little more excited than others because Microsoft didn't offer that like really before. You know, so if you're expanding the library, I say go for it. You know,
it's still late to the party.
Yeah. Well, at least they're doing it. It's better late than never. That's my philosophy on it. You know.
Well, you cut them slack. I don't. I show those companies.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, that whole Windows 10 thing, like with the, if Microsoft mess up, don't be fooled, folks. If Microsoft mess up, they get it. But on your knees, what are your thoughts on Microsoft going back? You know, another.
I agree with NYC Playboy. They're about 2 console generations a bit late on this. Should have been compatible with, well, 360 had it, but it was still kind of software based, and it wasn't for all the games.
And the system wasn't as powerful. You know, I mean, it was limited. It, like, you know, some of the games are glitch, and you know, it was what it was. Like, yeah, look at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. For those of us that played that on the 360 emulation, it was just, yes, it was riddled with problems, and then they had to do a native port for Xbox Live Arcade. You know, it was crazy. But it is what it is. But anything else on that, Chris, before I move on to Shinmar?
I got a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, Shinmar, what are your thoughts? And are there any titles you would like to see yourself playing again?
From the original line?
Yeah.
CVS 2. Heck, give me Shenmue 2.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Shenmue 2 was the. Whoa. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Oh, it went to your Connect mic.
Yeah, alright, that's fine. Yeah, Shenmue 2, CVS 2, a lot of the fighters. Remember that game? Oh my gosh, it was like you were hunting like zombies and demons and stuff. I can't remember what it was. It was a 3-player game.
3-player game.
Yeah, I'll find it later. But yeah, I definitely would like to see those games again.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And Brother Noop, your thoughts on, you know, possibility of going back further in the Xbox library?
I hear people saying that they're late. Yeah, they're late, but you also have to remember Sony did do it, but Sony screwed it up because a lot of those original PlayStation 3s that were backwards compatible were broken, and Sony pulled a lot of switcheroos. When you shipped it out to get repaired, they would give you a different console that wasn't backwards compatible.
Yeah.
And they they got people, yo.
They got them.
They cut those consoles out completely.
Yeah, the first gen. Yeah, the first gen with the
here,
SD
have
card.
All your PlayStation games on this PS3. Psych, no, you can't really have it. And now PS4 offers it, but you have to pay for it. If Microsoft can find a way where I could use my discs, that would be great. Or even if they offer them digitally, that'd be great. I say this, if y'all are going to be late to the party, do it better than Sony did. Make it better. Make them with online play still. You know,
I think that's a bit much to give them online play, because if they're emulating it, like
PS2 to have online play, really, I don't care about everything else.
Yeah, it might be a tall stretch, and you know what, I don't think they can pull it off. That's just. I think so. It's a challenge to even get the game to run, but to get it to connect to other players without having glitches, I don't see them. Probably the next Xbox or something might be able to do that, but we'll see.
I don't mind that idea. Remember that rumor that they were gonna have like a separate attachment where you could put in like 360 discs and still run it through the Xbox?
Oh yeah, Demizo from Free Play Mode had predicted that, and then when they were gonna go with that chip. With the whole chip setup, it looked like they had pulled that out to keep the cost of the Xbox One down. So
make it a separate option.
Well, we'll see. And Nelson, round this out, man. What are your thoughts?
Basically, I don't mind the idea of having the backwards compatibility to come out with the Xbox original, but again, they are very late to the game. Let me comment also on Noop's thing with the whole sending your console back for repair. some people were not even aware that their consoles were backwards compatible, so they didn't really give two fucks because they was only essentially getting PlayStation 3 games. Now, I'm going to tell you something because I've done this, and I will put this on record for Sony. I sent back my backwards compatibility 60 gig PlayStation 3, which came with Metal Gear Solid 4, and I was able to play PlayStation 2 games on it. They tried to send me back a fucked up one, which was an 80 gig, and it didn't play backwards compatibility. I was smart enough to write the serial number of the actual console, called them back, and I said, if you don't send me my console, I'll take you to court because this is not my console.
Downsize him, Nelson. Downsize him.
And got my
Downside. What?
That's Nelson's
so
thing.
that's a comment on
Nelson
that part.
gives no fucks. He has 0 fucks to give. You get him, Nelson. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
But also for games if I
I don't have an applause break, otherwise I would have played an applause break.
that's all right. That just reminds me of Halo when you shoot the little grunts in the head.
Dang.
The games I would like to see back for the Xbox original, if I were able to play, is one is Phantom Dust.
Yes.
2 will be both Otogi games.
I said that.
1 and 2 Otogi games.
You said it wrong though, Alex, so it doesn't
Actually, you did, Alex.
Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior was such a good game on the original Xbox.
How about Steel Battalion, Chris?
Steel Battalion.
I actually made money selling one of my copies.
Nelson, where is Mech Warrior? How come that game never made it to 360?
You know what?
Wasn't that the game that you used to hack the old Xbox?
No, that was Mech Assault.
Mech Assault.
Mech Assault.
Too.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be backwards compatible with the breach that thing had. But you know what? It's funny, and here's Noop brought up a good point. It's funny that you have a lot of games that didn't make it over to different generations. Like some titles just stayed on that console, right?
Yep.
So what a better way to introduce that and maybe generate some interest to revisit some old franchises that just lay dormant. What do you guys think?
They have to get the actual consent from the actual companies if they're still alive. That is.
Yeah, this is true.
to be able to do that. But also, just to comment on this for the backwards compatibility, Microsoft, with this stupid idea that you fucking guys got, we're gonna have 100 games before November and we're gonna add on slowly. Please, please, please listen to your fan base and make it so that you have every accessible 360 game out for your backwards compatibility. Don't sit there and write a fucking piece of paper around the office and be like, oh, this is our top 100 from Microsoft, we're gonna give it to our fans and they could go fuck themselves. Don't do that.
You know what I
did that shit last year with the 360. Well, not last year, but last gen with the 360. And that was fucking horrible.
You know what I think they need to do? They should do it by software publisher, like an EA pack, where knock out all the EA games, then do a Konami pack, knock out all the Konami.
They just need to release a software pack that emulates the Xbox. Just play all your shit.
You can
even load up the disc. Yeah, they can do that.
But you see what they did with the 360 backwards compatibility? You put in the disc, and then it prompts Xbox Live to download the compatible version or whatever it needs to run it.
What it is basically you got the first part correct. You give in the disc, but the reason why, if you haven't noticed, Alex, they give you selected few games that you're able to get for your backwards compatibility because they made it as a purchasable digital download. If it was never ever digital, like let's say for an example, what's a 360 game that never made it to digital? Let's say, I'm just going to put this out of random. I know people's going to bash me for it. But let's say Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Never made it to digital. You will never get that backwards compatible. Let's just be realistic. You will never get it. Unless if they
I'm sure they'll add it to the store or something.
No.
You think so?
Unless they find a way that they get you the physical copy and you're able to just download the information and just install it to the console and just remove the disc. That's the only way I see it. They can't rehash old shit that the company won't give the consent from now, because Tecmo, remind you, Itsuki was still a part of that when that game was made. And
he says
no.
Yeah, they can't resell it
Right.
Okay, I got it. But you know what? That's difficult to find Xbox games because when the Xbox original went out of stock, I saw GameStop purging like crazy. They were like, "Oh yeah, the bargain bin this and that." Like they cleared their stores, their inventory. So that might be. They might have to think about like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we gotta go with the disc base like they're doing with the 360. They're harder to come by.
That, or I mean, just putting it out there, Microsoft, if you're trying to run it through an emulator base, you guys should know that the pirated, air quotations, the pirated community has every single ISO in every fucking game you guys done. So just do it by ISO and just reinsert it as a digital copy.
That's a good thing. That's a good thought. Hey, for our YouTube folks, make sure you leave comments on this. This is rather interesting because Sony and Microsoft have very different vision on how they want to handle backwards compatibility. Sony's disinterested because they're already in the lead, so they're like, we don't need to do it. And Microsoft is trying to force every little thing, like they're desperate. They're like, yeah, how do we get folks to come to the fold? So I mean, to even consider this, that's just their way of trying to get into the good graces of different gamers, or from gamers who probably just left and say, hey, screw it, I'm not getting on the 360 and join the PC side of things. So with that, does anybody else have something to add to this before we switch topics? Yes, no, maybe so. And I saw that Kung Fu Chaos Slinky Jim. That'd be interesting.
He's into all the little retro Kung Fu little
Clay Fighters. Oh my god, I thought Clay Fighters was making a comeback. When they gonna bring?
Yeah, I heard about that, but
no, they said that the game's supposed to be coming out because Microsoft did license the game, but there has been no word of development as of right now.
They're probably still working on it because they said
I think they're trying to find a company. I think that's the issue.
It's a play game.
Give it to Iron Galaxy. Maybe they.
Now, what's that other game? The game. Oh my god, what was it? It came out on Sega Genesis. What was
Sega Genesis.
Oh my god, they tried to
make Alex's game Altered Beast, bro.
Oh, that was my shit back in the day.
Alright, but you know what? Let me put this on the director's cut. So, New Gaming Order folks, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. And check us out on YouTube. Make sure you leave your comments, and I'll leave a link to the description below. And we're going into intermission. Make sure you check out our other topics and the next one. So we'll see you on the next segment.
What's that fighting game that had Shadow Yamato as a character? What was that fighting game?
Shadow Yamato.
Yeah, she was a ninja. What was that game? They went back in time and had characters worth fighting.
Time Killers.
Oh, not time. That's the game you could like decapitate people. But it was on console only.
Was that that ninja game?
And we're all on the computer and we're not googling his name.
Well, I can't do it right now because I'm still moving things around.
I'm playing Battletoads and he's punching these giant mutant rats in the balls.
Eternal Champions. Eternal Champions. That was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
That's what
I got a sound effect from that game that I use to this day.
Ooley.
Damn. Well, I mean, since you brought up the whole Altered Beast, they made like a shitty version on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. It was really like visceral because I had that.
It was booty as hell. I watched you play it for an hour. It was booty.
Yeah, man, when he transformed into the wolf, his eyes would pop out and the skin was ripping. Like it was just crazy, man.
It was a good thing it never made it to the U.S. as far as I'm aware.
Well, a game that should have made it to the U.S. was the Masters of the Universe game for the Xbox. That should have came over. Yeah, it's messed up. Like something happened where the company that was supposed to publish it shut down, and it never got picked up again, and they were already moving on.
It wasn't Majesco, was it?
The company out of New Jersey. They were in Edison, actually.
Yeah, that was Majesco.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they were in Edison. When I was in school, I was trying to intern with them.
Yeah, especially after what happened with Advent. Was it Advent Rising? That shit was awful.
Oh yeah, well,
that is probably one of the hands down one of the worst games I ever played.
Unbelievable.
It's up there with ET on Atari.
Oh wow!
Then again, I was too young. I was too young to know how bad it actually was. I was like 4 years old when I.
You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna see if there's an emulator where I can play ET, like the worst game.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, they were talking about how they had a whole stockpile of the games in like landfills in different.
They took the games, they crushed them up, buried them in a landfill in Arizona, and they dug it up last year. It was.
Yeah,
they actually found the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My dad actually had a copy up until his house burned down a few years ago.
A couple people actually.
My brother has it. Yeah, my brother has a copy too. He has 2 of them in his nostalgia collection.
I played that game. That was a very bad game.
Yeah, but did you hear about the news that the graveyard that they salvaged up, some people that was there that wasn't like really invited took some copies and tried to sell the shit on eBay for like thousands of dollars?
Why would they buy that? You know what? No comment.
It's not worth that much. There's plenty of copies still floating around.
Well, hey.
My brother found 2 just in his area in New Jersey, so it's not there.
All right. So, you know what? The next topic is going to be YouTubers actually do get paid to promote games, and Microsoft is a culprit of this.
I thought we spoke about this with Boogie previously.
Numerous times.
Did we?
Oh,
my bad. I'm glad this is director's cut. I'll cut this one out.
Yeah, I thought we spoke about this.
What was that on that podcast?
This one's for Alex. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry I don't have it ready.
Hey, y'all helping me out is removing.
That's for you, Alex.
Correct. Bless you.
Alright, so the next topic is going to be only 34% of Steam users are running their games at 1080p. So it's like a dig at the PC Master Race that's from, what was this?
Wait a minute, hold up, wait, stop.
I'm going to put it in the stream.
Where's the link for this? Because that's similar, that's not the same story I linked you earlier.
Is it?
No, the story I linked you earlier was that 1% of the gamers own a third of the games on Steam.
Ah.
So
this is different. Matter of fact, Stone Fox Media was talking about this, and I thought it was rather interesting.
Now, if it's
if you guys go to the chat, you'll see the link there.
Yeah, so it's the 80% of the games are still being played at 1080p. So I'm not even. This is nothing. This is garbage.
What the heck? All right, well,
we can extrapolate these numbers from the other article.
This is only drawn to the issue of software limitations on them. This has nothing to do with Steam.
Yeah. And being like games.
No. It's more general. Like it's like they're talking about like I was gonna actually respond to Stone Fox Media and how he was taking digs at the PC Master Race. Like only not even half of the users on Steam are running they're supposed to be so high speed, and he was just really ripping on them in a polite way. So I just wanted to find out what you guys thought.
But I mean,
look at the resolutions on there: 1842 by 1026. Yeah. I don't understand.
That looks like projector shit, though.
Yeah, that looks like.
Okay, so let me put this on the live thing. I'll start the recording in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
What's going on, New Gaming Order? Make sure this week you check out the director's cut of this show where we go straight through all topics, because during the intermission there was an interesting discussion where I had a topic on the Facebook page, and this is in response to Stone Fox Media, Chris, who was talking about only 34% of Steam users are running their games at 1080p. And what's the real importance of running games that high? And I know this is kind of linked to an old topic where, Review Tech USA was talking about, well, Sony can run all their games at 1080p, but oftentimes have to sacrifice performance to do it. So it's like, okay, what would you rather have, performance or the prettiness? But I felt in some ways my response is he took a stab at the PC Master Race, so to speak. And since we have 3 PC guys here on the panel, I just want to know what they thought about this. And I'll start with NYC Playboy. I wish I had the link to Stone Fox Media's video, but it was just like, ooh, because he basically was saying that it's all about the consoles right now. The consoles pull more money than like PC ports of the game, where they're potentially like the performance is potentially always greater on the PC, yes, but on the console is as you get it, pick up and play, but Yeah, go ahead.
You have a lot of these games are being ported from the console to the PC, and they're locked at 30 frames per second. Prime example: the new Final Fantasy game that came out, locked at 30 frames per second. People are ripping them apart.
That's the typo one that was on
HD0.
Really?
That was HD0. That's like, it's not true HD. It's not.
Shit! Really?
But aren't these games developed on PC first? Like that? That's
no,
kind of.
That one was handheld. That was
that was the 3DS. That was on the PSP.
Okay.
It was developed on the PSP. So.
Yeah, I'm just okay.
Yeah, you know, it goes back to the developer, and when they do the translation to the PC, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy.
Shouldn't it be optimized? Like, for instance, you had Dead Rising 3 PC port, right? Some people, there are ways you can get it to run at 60 frames, but they said don't do it. It's gonna run unstable or whatever, but it can be done. You know, so
Dark Souls, when the Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, like, but I'm just saying, like, okay, with. And it's not all PC gamers, but those types that have their nose in the cloud saying, "Hey, you know, PC Master Race," and then this percentage popped up. It's like, how do you guys respond to that for my PC people? You know, go Ken, your thoughts.
Yeah.
Tell me why you mad. Tell you why you're mad.
I'm not even mad. Most people are probably playing those games at 1080p because they're probably streaming it anyway.
Yeah.
No one's streaming like 2560 by 1440 or I mean 4K that much.
Yeah.
You know, at 1080p the games, you know, run smooth. At 2560 by 1440 they still run smooth.
Yeah.
Like those numbers seem kind of skewed on that survey. It's like weird. I doubt all those in betweens would be, you know, like 1.1, 0.3. I would expect to see more at 2560 by 1440.
Yeah.
Right.
Not so much 4K. I would actually I would suspect that maybe 15% is probably 4K, right? I mean,
yeah. They even mentioned that. They're like, you know, the higher it is, the less likely you're gonna find them running the PC games.
It's those numbers seem kind of off. I mean,
so they're cooking the books.
Fun at the PC Master Race. I mean, we already know that the games just run. They look better. They run better.
With certain exceptions.
With certain exceptions of console ports, right?
Yeah, the Batman games.
Most native PC games that are designed run awesome all the time.
Yeah.
60 frames is like a minimum. It's like the average, and it's probably been that way for like 12 years.
Mm-hmm. But like the main thing is, like, you know, what Stone Fox Media's video was like about is like, okay, why are people talking crap when not everybody can use the full potential of what these PC ports can offer? You know, if you really break it down, like the consoles are baseline and PCs have varying degrees of performance depending on the rig that you're using. So that, I think that's where the big difference is. Like, console performance is baseline straight across.
No, but that's not true, right? They don't have a baseline.
Okay, like an Xbox or a PlayStation 4, right?
Hopefully it runs at 30 frames consistently. You know, they got to make the games. They can't have too many characters on the screen, or it'll take up too much memory bandwidth. They have all those issues. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a PC doesn't. We don't run into that too often. You know, you either set your own limitations.
Yeah, but you see, your rig, Playboy, Nelson, mine, like Chris, like, you know, we all on this panel have buff PCs, right? Not everybody's like us. You know what I mean?
But guess what? That's why they make graphics cards like 950, the 950 top. You can downscale the game. You don't have to play it at 1080p. You can at 720p.
Yeah.
You can go 1026 by what was that? 1026 by 7?
By 1824.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know, in general, like, I know it's kind of seems biased, but I'm on the fence. I'm like, hey, you know, I get that. Yeah, you're always gonna get potentially better ports and performance out of PC games, but what's with all the power if they can't use it? You know what I mean?
I got a point for that.
We can use the power. Have you played Skyrim?
Yeah, like, we can. Let's talk about just the general consumer that they're not nerds like us. You know what I mean?
So the general consumer can they can build a PC or buy a PC that's at console level. I mean, that's what they're normally doing. And that's why they're playing 1080p at like 60 and below frames per second.
Okay. I mean, you know, I just wanted to leave this open so that we can get through the topic quickly. But Shinwar, did you have anything to add to this?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Okay, so I mean that I just wanted to shed some light on it, and you know, I didn't get to look at the chat to see. But Nelson, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, what I think is whoever wrote that article and stuff like that, that's kind of a biased kind of opinion that he has towards the PC community as a whole, because there's people out there, like I'll split it up like this. Let's say us on the panel, we work with computers, we know how to build computers, we know how to optimize our settings to the fullest extent. So we can enjoy our games to our graphics cards and motherboards limitations. And we can make the game visually and performance-wise on a whole nother bar. Then you have the general consumer that has no idea about it, that has, you know, let's say like system OSs like Steam that helps and optimizes whatever their current settings is to be able to play at whatever particular bar that they can be set at. Now, if what Goken was mentioning, they can act like a friend or a relative, like, hey, I want to buy a PC. Telling you, the internet is very easy to access all information now. You could go to any website. I want to build a PC. Boop, specs come up right there. This is what you need. This is what you need.
PC part picker. PC part picker.
And then on top of that, if you really think about it, you're saving money on buying consoles. Yes, because it's a buy start. That's it. It's a buy start machine. With a PC, you have to buy all the parts, which costs more than a console, but it will last longer.
Yeah, that's true.
The longer run.
Yeah. Like if something happens where you need to buff up your graphics card, just go out to Micro Center or Best Buy and hook it up from there.
Which is what I recommend consoles do. Allow people to buy graphics cards for their damn console. Like, don't keep making people buy new consoles. If you want people to, you know, just give me like an add-on thing. Give me like the base with your OS, and then give me like an I go purchase this add-on thing that gives.
You know what, Goken? We'll do that topic next week. I want to do some research on that. Like, should consoles be customizable at some point?
You know what's funny? We actually spoke about this topic way back when.
Yeah, this is what the Steam Box is trying to do, a customizable console.
But let's say Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo go that route. Would that be a good idea?
I think it would be a great idea.
Okay.
Hold on one second, Playboy. Can you mute your mic? I don't know if you're on the phone.
Oh, I think he was muted. I didn't hear him.
No, I still hear him.
I hear him too.
Yeah.
But
the other thing you have to look at too, like when you do polls and stuff like that, are these people gaming on desktops, laptops? Because gaming laptops have limitations that the desktop won't have. Like me doing a lot of research on looking to buy a gaming laptop, a lot of them will have a 3K or 4K screen, but if you don't have like a GTX 970 or higher, it can't run at 4K anyway.
That is true.
A laptop with a 4K screen is retarded. Don't you go and buy that shit either, all right?
A 4K laptop?
What? Laptop.
Shut the hell up.
The thing is, they're making them more affordable. Like, I've seen one. Lenovo makes one that's like 1100. MSI makes one. It's not 4K.
I'm not paying that.
But the thing is, laptops, like, let's be realistic. If you're trying to get some serious performance out of it, a laptop is never, ever, ever the way to go.
It's just gonna be 20 pounds. It's just gonna be 20 pounds.
I'm gonna get a desktop. I'm not gonna buy it. Like, the laptop would be like if I was to come up there and like hang out with y'all or something. I could bring my gaming laptop and stream. But
yeah, but
gaming rig now. No, it's gonna overheat and all that crap. I ain't got time.
But mind you, there are particular people out there that are streamers that rely heavily on laptop software
because they move around.
Well, not because they move around, is because it's cheaper.
I know.
It's cheaper in the sense to actually have a gaming laptop than a gaming desktop.
And like you all were talking about, now looking at Alienware, they have the adapter where you can use desktop graphics card with the Alienware laptop.
Yeah, the externals. Yeah, well, and Goken was talking about this on one of our podcasts way back, where, like, you know, now you don't really have those limitations anymore, you know, so it is what it is. But before we just go off on a tangent, we're gonna go into intermission. So make sure
my turn yet.
Oh, I thought you did. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Well, I said I had comments. I posted an article. This is the article I linked to you earlier, Alex, but you didn't read it. You just assumed it was the same one. But this article goes into the fact that the top 1% of the people on Steam own 33% of the games. The top 20% of people on Steam own 88% of the games. Extrapolating these numbers, there's a bigger fit. The majority of the games are being played at those resolutions or better. Assuming this is the full hardware scan from all their people. And the survey on the actual gaming audience, I'm not sure how they extracted that. But assuming the numbers are similar, you have the top 30% are doing at the 1080p, and you have the top 20% owning 88% of the games. So this is the shit they like to do with statistics. They don't tell you how many actually people are doing these things, where the vast majority of people on Steam only own one game. If you own 4 games, you only have to own 4 games to be in the top 20% of game owners on Steam.
Okay.
You have to own to be in the top. Most people that play Dota or Counter-Strike, they only own either game or like 1 or 2 games, and that's it. So most of the people are playing on high-end consoles. At least the hardcore gamers are. The people that actually care. The casuals or people that just play one game, they're probably playing at crappy resolutions. But if you also look further in the article, just under half the gamers are playing with dual-core processors.
Damn. But you know what? You know what pisses me off about this entire discussion? Seriously? Over the last 2 or 3 years, it's been a graphics war, and it's like, and I said this in one of the Facebook gaming groups. I'm like,
all gamers are too. Put them on blast.
No, it's like, who cares? It's like, I want a good quality game, because there's been plenty of beautiful games that come out that play like crap. And it's like, y'all having this resolution war. I mean, hell, we grew up on Nintendo. You want to talk about graphics?
We were fighting over colors and pixels and stuff.
And on Nintendo, we could play the same game over and over and over. Now it's like, oh, mine looks better, yours looks better. Really? Like, as long as the game is good? I'm playing Battletoads on Rare Replay right now. You know, but there's no graphic issues with that or anything like that. But yet, when they come on a new game, oh, it doesn't look good, or oh, Halo's not gonna look as good as this.
And frame rate and all that stuff.
I don't buy a game because it's pretty. I buy a game for the functionality, for the gameplay, and will I get my money's worth out of it? Like, this whole resolution war.
We're old school, man. We're old school.
But it's also, you gotta think about, because I remember we talked about this like some time ago too, and I kind of got pissed off at telling people this. I'll reiterate that fucking same conversation.
When don't you get pissed off, Nelson?
I'm a
e-hug, man. Need an e-hug.
When he's on the
e-hug.
toilet.
Hey, everybody, e-hug Nelson.
I think this requires a no, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Actually, no, that was right.
I feel some type of way. But a lot of people still don't know to this day and age, just because of the back of the game case says 1080 fucking p does not mean that the game is actually running on that potential resolution. And on that note, you guys really can't tell the fucking difference between 720p and 1080p unless if you have a particular model.
Or your TV. Right? No, actually, you'll see the difference on bigger TVs.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, if you guys have, like, let's say I'm running this Skype call on a 24-inch, you ain't gonna see no fucking difference. But if I run it on my fucking 42-inch, on the other hand, you will see a difference. A lot of people don't seem to understand, like, oh, but it says it on the back of the game case. Sony promotes 1080p all the time.
At the expense of never mind.
Okay, most of their games are running at either 800 to 900p, never at 1080p native.
You sure about that, Nelson? Because some of the
it's upscale. It's called they do an upscale. They up so it'll run 1900 by 1600 by 900. And then they'll upscale it to 8. They'll use the whatever technology to upscale, stretch it.
Right.
1080p, but you're not getting
hold on. Talking about stretching, what?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of people don't seem to understand, like, those exact specifics. Because I could say, oh, I'm running on 1080p, and let's say, for an example, I will put Konami on blast, though it's going to be one of my favorite games to play in the next couple of days. Metal Gear Solid 5, it endorses 1080p at 60 frames per second. You break it down, it's not going to be 1080, guys.
Okay, well,
break it down.
Folks, if you disagree, leave the comments in the description.
If you disagree, I'll curse every single one of you out.
Nelson, you can't downsize everybody. You can't downsize everybody.
That's wrong. That'll be a fun little video to put up. I'll just be like Nelson's angry rant. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Now do that.
You gonna call these people out, Nelson?
Why not? It's funny.
You can't do that, Nelson. We need the fans, man.
Well, the fans got to be corrected if they're wrong.
Wow. All right. Well, I don't want
Did
this
you just do Mike Tyson, Alex?
Yeah. But I don't want the topic to run too long. What the? I'm done. You know what? You're killing me.
You punched
Why are you
the
punching
dog?
that dog out?
Oh, wait till I get the Mike Tyson sound bits. Wait till I get Mike Tyson. Oh man.
Oh shit!
What the heck? Yo, you gotta get it. Oh, unbelievable. New Gaming Order. We're bringing this topic to an end. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. And check us out on the YouTube. Chris, you're killing me, bro. Alright, anyway, Nelson, you got any words before we switch?
Nah, man, you're good, you're good.
Alright, make sure you check us out through the intermission and check out our last 2 topics. Peace. Alright, so I'll pick one last one.
I definitely got to find out how to get into this iPod.
Oh, we can do some PSAs, if anything. Okay, let me close this one out. Yeah, we can go right into PSAs, if anything.
Let me get my window open so I can do some PSAs.
Yeah, because I probably want like 1 or 2 PSAs per, so we can you know, wrap up.
Alright, well, SmackDown is in its last half an hour mark.
Because I don't know what they're going to do at the end or so.
No, right now they're about to, I think, do the triple threat or just like Randy Orton versus somebody.
Yeah.
I think Randy Orton versus Sheamus or I don't know who the hell they're doing.
Alright, so I'll get started in 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
What's going on, New Gaming Order? We are in our final segment, which is normally our PSAs, and you know, anything that didn't really, you use, right? But we're pretty much just wrapping up. Anything that didn't really warrant a topic, we're just going to put out there in this weekly wrap up. So my PSA, I just wanted to start real quick, is Final Fantasy VII had a re-imaging or a fan-made game. I'm kind of mad that it's using the web version of Unity because I wanted to download and play it, but it's a Final Fight style beat 'em up with 2 characters playable. You have Cloud and Tifa for right now, and I'm gonna get my hands on it so that I can provide some streaming, or maybe On Your Knees or Gokin or whomever else on the panel might beat me to it. But I think that was very slick, kick-ass, you know, and I mean, it keeps Final Fantasy relevant, you know, and with the remake coming out for Final Fantasy VII, hey, it's a win-win for everybody. Also, another PSA I had, Shinwar and I were talking about Street Fighter V.
What?
And how, I guess, Capcom, I don't know if it's a labor thing or a laziness thing, but gone are the days of individual stages per character. Now, it's funny that Killer Instinct 3D in this generation, yeah, it doesn't have as many characters, but as the seasons progress, the roster is going to expand and they get individual stages. So why can't Capcom do the same? I just wanted to have Shinwar speak on this real quick, but yeah, it just, I mean, if anybody has anything else to add after Shinwar, you can, but Street Fighter needs to start going back to individual stages. Shinwar,
yeah, it was taken from Matt, the Capcom UK representative. It was on Event Hubs. I saw the article. So basically, he was saying that they're no longer gonna do individualized stages for each character because it's just too much. He's saying, so if you have obviously 16 characters, you will have 16 stages, and he was saying something in regards to, so let's say if they have 13 additional characters for DLC, that would be 13 additional stages. Yeah, that was just he was putting a number out there. So that would be 13 additional individual stages, and they said, you know, they're not going that route. But like Alex said, with KI, each character has their own stage. And so, I mean, I think it's cool. You know, I would love to go back. Me and him was talking earlier. I would like to see Balrog's casino stage again. You know, if he, if he makes it into the game.
Awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know, so you have some of those classic stages like Ken's stage.
Yeah, the docks.
Pier.
Yeah,
that's great. You know, but that's their reasoning behind it. It's saying it's just too much per character. My whole thing is, I like a lot of stages, and like Alex said earlier, don't give me that one stage but mixed between day and night. Don't give me that.
Brazil.
Call it two.
Yeah, Brazil and Street Fighter 4. You have a day and night version of the inland jungle. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's lazy.
Yeah, trying to make it 2 stages, but it's 1. It's just day and night. Don't give me that.
The same thing with the Japan stage. Like you have just make it dynamic where Elena stage,
the Africa stage.
Yeah, like you know, it goes between day and night. And if they were lazy, they could have did a day version and a night version. No, like I think if it's too much work, space it out like Killer Instinct. And hey, Ken's stage is not ready now, but it'll be ready later as DLC. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You know. But thank you, Shinwar, for helping me out with my PSA. And lastly, for me, and Shinwar will help me out again. The new character for Street Fighter 5 is rumored to be the first practitioner of the Satsui no Hado, or tapping into that power. I think that's stupid. They shouldn't go that route. He should just be his own character. You know?
I don't think Nakali. I mean, honestly, I want to see. Let's move away from the whole Satsui no Hado. I think we've pretty much completed that story, not only with Alpha, but in this last one, and 4 to a degree. You know, I just want a fresh storyline. Give me something new. I don't want to keep going through this whole inner turmoil with Ryu. We know it.
Well, they need to have a conclusion with it, though. It's like, oh, he's still struggling with it. Oh, in Third Strike, he's able to control it. Okay, show us how he did it. Put that in his ending so that now we can move on to something else. You know what I mean? Definitive endings. You know? But, you know, unlike Killer Instinct, because I'm taking a dig at them with these still shots and lazy shit. You know what I mean? But maybe that comes at a cost with all the dynamic stages and such. So it is what it is.
But honestly, in all truth, I think Capcom should hire Udon to do the official story, not for the comics, but for the game, yo. And just make.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, and just make it canon, because you know it's a lot of allure. A lot of stuff they don't say it's official. It's just allure. Like, okay, this could potentially happen, but then here's something else. Like, no, make something concrete and official.
Okay. So me and Shinwar pretty much did the Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns on our PSAs, unless he had any more. But Goken, you have any PSAs for us this week?
He says no.
Oh, okay.
Windows 10.
What? Say again?
I'm back on Xbox thanks to Windows 10.
Yo, this is a Sony fanboy, yo. All right, NYC Playboy. Any
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Well, on the PC side of the house, looks like Funcom might be going under. They're the makers of The Secret World, Age of Conan, and Lego World. So, according to their last financial board meeting, they're looking for an investor to sell, to do something, you know, because they're not making money no more. So if you're in an MMO space, you know, you've came across those 3 games some point in your career. So, and I apologize for my phone call, because my webcam has a mic, and I thought that was new.
No worries, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all your PSAs, Playboy.
Oh, and they bashed Final Fantasy. Jesus Christ. Fantastic Four.
You have to see what Shinwar did. He had a special on ripping Fantastic Four. So it is what it is. But for time's sake, on your knees, any PSAs for this week?
I'm going to be doing Shadowrun Hong Kong, just released today. They got kickstarted. It's another Shadowrun game. It's looking to be very good. I haven't touched it yet, but I'll be doing it my first play tomorrow. And also, I found this. I'm sharing it on the stream. I ran into this earlier this week. It's a drone that's only 4 centimeters across, so it's less than 2 inches across. It's already being sold. It fits in a wallet-sized container. And they want to have a camera for this thing by next year. So you're going to be able to fly this little spy thing around. Because someone mentioned it earlier, and I thought of this. You're just going to be no privacy. Even with this thing running around with cameras, it's almost like Fifth Element with the little fly with the camera on it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And you know what? And it's funny that you mentioned that, Chris. Did you guys see the Google robots that they're messing around with? That's Skynet. I put that on my Facebook wall. That's Skynet and a Terminator, because that thing was doing like it was balancing like a human being.
They had that shit years ago where they had the thing running on ice, looked like two drunk people carrying a box on ice, but the thing never lost its traction, never fell over.
That's wow. They're going way too far with some of this stuff, but I just figured I'd throw that in there while Chris is talking about drones.
Yeah,
and
but
such.
I sent the link, and for $45 you can get one of these. You can pick from 4 colors, and next year they'll have a model, or at least they're planning to. They'll have a model with a camera on it.
You know what's going to end up happening? They're going to have to start doing geofences and what, but I can't talk about it because I have some knowledge on some stuff.
They're doing, what is it, in private airplanes now. They're all going to be GPS controlled in the very near future. So that's how the FAA is going to keep track of those things. So you're not even allowed to fly drones within 5 miles of an airport. So if you're
I think they're going to start doing, they're going to start geofencing where, like, if it gets too close, it'll disable it, or so.
Well, that's you're not going to be able to do that against a home kit. I mean, you got to have the right programming in there and the right receivers to be able to nullify something.
Well, the manufacturers may have to be, following a guideline where they have to, put something in that drone where it can be disabled by a geofence. So
yeah, that's why you just build your own then.
No comment. The New Gaming Order, the views on your knees do not represent the company.
Hold on, wait, hold on, Alex. There you go. Keep say your disclaimer.
And Shinwar responded, "Shut up! You supposed to have my back. What the heck?"
Yo, that's funny, yo.
All right, Shinwar, do you have any individual PSAs for this week?
PSAs, I do not, sir.
Okay, no problem. That's messed up.
Yo, that's funny. Yo.
All right, Noop, any PSAs for this week?
Gamers, keep voicing your opinions to the company.
We can't hear you.
He's speaking into the mic. Hold on.
I said keep voicing your opinions in the community. Keep watching and supporting us. Years of War, Ultimate Edition, next week, Tuesday. No, Monday. No, Tuesday. Get it.
Are we gonna team up and play? Are we gonna team up and play, guys?
Are you gonna play through one stage and fall asleep like you did on freaking Judgment?
I was tired that night. That was like 11:30 at night.
All right, guys, we're gonna make an official straw poll to see if Alex can last the full
war. That's for Alex.
You're an asshole. You know that.
Hey, let's do it.
All right.
3 in Judgment. Only 2 haven't beaten.
Well, I'll finish Judgment with you, Noob. I got you back.
All right. And I have another announcement. If you want me to have sound, send everything to Alex and forward it to me, and I'll throw more sounds into soundboard. If you guys want to supply WAV files or MP3s, send them over. I'll put them in my soundboard.
We're gonna start. Matter of fact, for Friday Night Fights, when me and Shinwar when DiCaprio get revenge on Hugo, I'm gonna have JR in the background like he killed him. He killed him. He killed him. He broke him in half.
Well, if you want those sounds, get them to me.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah. I'm telling you, we're gonna upgrade this product like you won't believe. It's getting good, and On Your Knees added a nice touch tonight. This is the first time we're using sound bites. And this was a plan from way back when, and now we're just getting
I just been lazy, and because I thought I could do it strictly on my PC, but without getting some super high-end software, it's not going to happen. So I just rigged up. I downloaded a mixing board, one of those internal digital cables for a driver, and then I just hooked this up to my line in, and I can do it with my Android next week, which is my plan. I just got to get all my sounds off of this old iPod that I happen to have lying around with the sound.
Chris, I'm going to give you all the old sound effects from when it was NMO with me and Anomaly. I have a shotgun, I have explosions, all kinds of fun stuff. So I'll give you access to the vault.
Yeah, and you have that one sound effect that you really love, right?
Oh yeah. I'll hook you up.
Okay.
I got you.
All
and
right.
Nelson, bring us home. PSAs, man.
Okay, there's quite a few, so I'll try to run through them as quickly as possible. Let me get this one out the way because someone in the chat has been throwing this out there for the longest. So, Dragon Senpai Beast wanted to announce the whole PSA that Capcom is rumored to possibly have Ingrid in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, we talked about it.
There's no official confirmation about it. Yeah. Just throwing it out there. Apparently, it might not happen there. Ono's teasing a lot of different characters from a lot of different, storyline of Street Fighter. So we honestly don't know who's going to get picked. But that's
Ingrid.
Ingrid is supposedly the Athena of Street Fighter.
Yeah, she's
the chick with the blue dress and the Mary Poppins rules.
Apparently, Bison Psycho Power used to be hers or something like that, or she's at that Rose Bison level. Like
no, dog. She's above that. She's like God level, dog.
But she's like a little kid. Like
canon-wise, she's considered the most powerful character in the Street Fighter.
I thought Oro was.
No. She doesn't even exist in this time, dog. She's from the she's from the future.
She's Trunks' sister.
Yeah, you gotta play Alpha 3 Upper and play what was that?
Ingrid, that I remember from EX.
She's from the Alpha 3 Upper and Capcom Fighting Jam.
Yeah.
I remember the 3D games. I remember the 3D Street Fighters. There was a character named Ingrid. Yeah,
that's not the same.
Oh no, that's not the same one.
No, that's not the same.
I can see. I see where he was going. It's easy to get him. But no, she's only showed up in 2 games so far, and according to the story, she's saying I saw one ending that power that Bison is using used to be hers, or it comes from her, or something like that. Like she's on some OD stuff. So
yeah, but
remember, just real quick, in her Alpha 3 ending, I believe. She said she didn't give the date. It was 20, and then they put XX. She has seen Ryu, I believe it was doing something or going somewhere, but she didn't finish her sentence. And Capcom never revisited that. But she said she seen him while she was time traveling.
Interesting. All right. Okay, Nelson, continue.
To caveat on that, apparently Oro, as a normal being, he's one of the strongest characters in the Street Fighter universe. But if you're talking about Ingrid is technically a god. So you can't, there's no comparison with that. Let's see, what else you guys brought up that I want to also kind of go backwards on. The stages that you guys brought up with the 16 stages that they're going to keep it locked, and then if they make any more characters, they're not going to even go back and revisit. Capcom, you're getting lazy. Stop making default stages where any character can fit on the stage. I know that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it so it's not character specific, so that anyone or any character can actually be on the stage without being like, oh, that's Cammy's stage. Oh, that's Charlie's stage. Oh, that's Bison's stage.
Release it as DLC later on. Like if it's a time thing or a labor thing, do stage packs or something.
Look. This is how I see it. I don't want no one copying off of nobody anymore. If they don't want to do it, don't do it. Don't copy the route of Killer Instinct. That's something that they wanted to do from day one. If Capcom doesn't want to do it, let them do their own thing.
But Capcom used to do it. You know what I mean?
They're not doing it now, Alex. It's done. Let it be.
Did SNK do that with King of Fighters, or they just used to have a bunch of random?
No, it's just random. It's all generalized.
King of Fighters, their roster was so much. Like with a game that has like like 30, 40 characters, you can't have individual. That's too much.
Too much. That's why they had a lot of the games that feature 3-on-3 battles. So they compensated for.
Yeah, like each team might have a stage, but not individual.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know, that's how that was. But SNK is gone. They're Chinese.
They're not gone. Stop it. They're not gone.
Don't you dare say that.
They're not gone.
SNK is not gone.
They're not. They got picked up by another company, and they already just announced that they're doing an anime and another game that they will not announce until they feel like they're ready to.
Okay.
Anywho, moving on. More PSAs. If you guys haven't already noticed, for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, I believe PC has this too. Black Ops 3 Beta is now officially out. You can get it by means of pre-ordering the game through online or through your local retailer, or if someone's nice enough to just give you a friend code to the game. And I played it. It's going on a ping server now. There's no more bar level thing to tell like, oh, if he's lagging or not. You could just hit the social button. It tells you your ping that you're dedicated on. And if you're lagging, you will visually see it now.
Okay, so Nelson, can you get me a code, please?
I can try. It's very hard as of right now, but I will make it.
But you're playing the game. You're playing the game.
Yeah, because I got a code from someone else. Shout outs to Oh Hi Francie for hooking me up with a beta code for the PS4.
Mr. Francis.
I want to play the game
Francie,
too.
not Mr. Francis. It's a girl.
Oh. I want to get a code too.
Also, if you guys haven't noticed, it's one of the gaming weeks that you guys need to slowly keep your eye on. Gears of War Ultimate Edition comes out next week, Tuesday, I believe on the 25th of August.
Noob said that already.
Finally play Gears of War Ultimate Edition. But if you are one of the people who are fortunate to live in certain states like Jersey or New York, you can get the game right now.
What?
I'll leave it as that. Now,
I already downloaded
when
it.
When the PC version come out?
It's supposed to have been out the same time.
You know what? The one thing with the PC guys, they get better ports, but y'all gotta wait.
It comes out the same day, from what I'm hearing.
Really?
That's what I'm hearing. Also, same thing with Metal Gear Solid. It comes out the 1st of September, but some people in the UK has already gotten the game. Lucky bastards. So if you are very fortunate to have a store that has the game, I advise you to go get it. It's one of the recommended games of the year to must have and to must get. Let's see. There was something else that I was also reading. Oh, apparently Xbox Live on the 360 was down for several hours, and apparently some fans are raging and asking for refunds to compensate for their lost time.
They need to stop it. Come on. If it's just a few hours, get over it.
No, but they kind of have an actual point. I mean, I'm pretty sure
it's not like it was down like PSN was down for months.
No. That's not an excuse, Alex.
No, I'm not defending, but I mean, like, don't cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter. As what Noop said, if I'm paying for something and you're giving your
now here's the thing: was it down for maintenance or was it hacked?
Let him finish talking.
No, my thing is because a lot of these folks were like making a big stink, like, oh, you know, with the Lizard Squad thing and all that. Like, some stuff, if it's out of their control, let them say, hey, for the lost time that you got, we'll give you this.
But the thing is, they're not. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and you keep like trying to defend them. They're not doing nothing to compensate these players for their lost time. Even let's say, for an example, if they bought a month card, a year card, or whatever, that's still lost time. That's like me having Verizon Files and the fucking cable goes out and I'm missing all my shit for a couple of hours. You're paying me credit for the shit that you're supposed to have. That's your fucking fault, not mine.
Yeah, they need to credit them back.
So you guys need to credit the people that needs to get compensated. If it's not actual cash, like, here, we'll extend it to another month. Give it that.
Wait, how long was it down for?
Hey, Nelson,
it's still down.
Go ahead. Oh, still down.
Okay. From Microsoft. The Windows 10 version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition will release at a later time following the release of the Xbox One version on August 25th. The team decided to prioritize polish and performance over street date to make sure that we deliver a great experience for PC gamers. The DX12 version will support 4K resolution, unlimited refresh rates, and controller and mouse and keyboard controls. So there was a bit more for us to test, optimize, and perfect.
Hey, don't rush a good thing. Hey, if you have to delay it, delay it.
What was that, Arkham Knight? That was the one that had the problem?
Yeah.
Batman?
Gears of War.
That's Gears of War
PC version. So there's no release date for the PC. Is that it's to be determined?
Yeah, don't rush it. Don't rush it.
That's smart.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna miss SmackDown. All right,
Let's see.
Alex is upset. He's missing out his 11 cents a day because his Xbox Live is down.
I don't even play it every day, to be honest with you. I got life.
Also, apparently, because apparently we can't avoid the fucking talk of Street Fighter. You know, thank you viewers and thank you panel. We have to keep talking about fucking Street Fighter and bleed it to the fucking ground. Apparently, they're doing a stress test within the UK side of things, and apparently a lot of people are going out of their way to get another PlayStation Plus account within the UK region to be able to play Street Fighter 5 and still shut down and fuck up their stress tests, and now allowing a good playable environment.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Like, you know what? Yeah, if it's the stress test is for that region, U.S. players shouldn't be involved in that. Like, they're gonna mess it up. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna wonder why when the game comes out they didn't have accurate readings because they had somebody else in the wrong side of the field. Like, hey, let them do their test.
What they should have did. They should have did a closed beta.
Well, what they should have did was make the training mode available offline, but I'm done.
To finalize that portion of the PSA, they should have region locked it from the start, but instead they did not because they didn't realize how easy it is just to make another regional account and just log on with the same beta code that you have previously acquired and just play it from a fucking different location. That is stupid, guys. Come on. You should have thrown it around the fucking box with that. I'm trying to wrap this up because we're going way over time now. Sony is making Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain Walkmans and smartphones collector's edition. So if you guys are personalized with Sony Ericsson phones or just Walkmans or like little MP3 players, you could get like personalized Metal Gear Solid 5 style versions with the sounds, wallpapers, videos, trailers, and ringtones.
There's no more Sony Ericsson. It's just Sony Xperia.
Well, Xperia, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever, man. I'm not no more with the Sony phones. I bought one for $1,000 when it first came out. That was the worst idea.
That was a big Nelson. Why? Never mind.
That was bad.
Because the thing is, I bought it open source. It wasn't tied to a company, so I could have got it on any carrier. So I had to pay $1,000.
Controller underneath, yo. I had a Nintendo and the Super Nintendo on it, yo.
I'm done.
Let's see. Is there any more PSAs? We really don't care about the whole PS4 and PC ranking thing with Street Fighter because we're beating that game to the fucking death.
Well, you know what? Halo 2 actually had dashing and dual wielding in an older build, but it got ripped out of the game.
Okay.
But I just wanted to share that.
Did you catch any of the details from that Destiny stream from Taken King stuff?
Oh yeah, I can quickly do that, but again, that might need to be another topic, and that might go on for a while. I don't think I can.
Well, you and Nelson can probably come back and talk about it on a separate
thing. Because the thing is, I have every single detail about it.
He's going on vacation. We're gonna come back and do this.
No, I'm talking about tonight. Like once I log off, he can jump right on, and you and him can.
Well, I gotta. Yeah, we got stuff to do.
Well, hey, we're trying to wrap up.
We'll just say the Taken King is worth your fucking money. We'll leave it as that. It's worth your fucking money. Also, Alex Valle has mentioned with its this is a FGC overall thing that online tournaments are the future in the fighting game community. Do you guys honestly think that as of right now, due to our network connection within the United States, that we can proudly say that we can take our tournaments online with all this lag and all this like latency and packet loss and still be like, okay, I can put on $1,000 on this live stream, you guys fight it out. Oh, there's lag, I got disconnected, I can't connect to his router, he has to open his ports.
Well, are they saying are they going to allow say let me host my server and let people connect to it? I grant.
Well, the thing is, it's not among the fact that it's running on PC. Like, let's say for an example, we'll use Alex because he's a big Street Fighter guy. Let's say he's on a 360 and he decides to stream an 8-man tournament that he wants to have on Twitch. Not many people can connect to each other on the Xbox due to network limitations due to their router or their ISP. It's not always going to go smooth. and not many people might have the same experience. PC people might have a better experience because it's more dedicated compared to what the console is. And the reason why Alex Valle is saying this because he's moving his business model for where, if you haven't heard as of lately, Next Level Battle Circuit might be going bye-bye. Okay. Because due to the fact that Henry Sen and the other co-owner of Next Level has been having some money issues, saying like, oh, you're getting paid more than me, we're not getting compensated evenly, you're trying to use all this space and equipment and you're fucking up my portion of the intake, I don't want this happening no more, fuck the tournament. So that might not be happening no more. So Alex Valle brought this up to say like, hey, I brought my Wednesday Night Fights brand and I brought it to you guys online, and I'm offering you more tournaments on a regular basis instead of just every Wednesday. I have 1 or 3 a day.
Yeah, they're not limited to a venue. They can just do it. Like,
correct.
Okay.
And they're not limited, and everyone can see it. It's not like, oh, you have to be in Cali to see it. It's streamed for worldwide audiences. So this can open up a good revenue within the FGC, but it's very limited to a lot of people because some people might want to be playing from a different region or, you know, for whatever reason. But again, that's a whole nother thing. I'll leave it as that. That's something that may come about within that. And also for Windows 10 users, if you guys were streaming anything, whether if you're streaming PC games, if you're trying to broadcast it onto Twitch and whatnot, Microsoft has officially stated that they have not optimized the entire OS system of Steam. Steam is still having a lot of weird kinks, even if you're on the beta version of Steam. If you're trying to stream, like, let's say Street Fighter or, you know, Dota 2 or Counter-Strike Go, it's going to be a little bit stuttery and laggy because your streaming software is trying to pull the CPU usage from what you're using of the actual game. So it will slow down tremendously. So you need to wait to an update. So I'd rather for you guys not to stream no more PC games until further notice.
Alright.
I have Windows 8.
Or just have Windows 7 Ultimate Edition or Windows 8.1 and you'll be fine.
Okay. And with that, we're going to draw the podcast to a close. And I want to thank those who are actually watching us on the chat. We appreciate the support. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. I know we went a little longer than anticipated, but also those of you who are
like a typewriter.
Yeah, somebody's typing. Those of you who are checking out SummerSlam this Sunday, right after myself and NGO Bacon may be doing like a quick reaction video, probably 30 minutes or less.
I may, just not to cut you off, but I may appear on that show, guys. I am not too sure because I have a very, very early flight to catch, so it's a very iffy thing for me right now. But if not, I will send a video over to Alex through Facebook of my reactions towards the pay-per-view, and he could just upload it. So,
and then also I might be doing a prediction special either tomorrow or Saturday. Those who are interested that might want to check that out. You know, possible heel turns and who might win and lose, and you know how this could impact next year's WrestleMania. A lot of things we're going to be talking about, so I will post the information on that on the Facebook page. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Without further ado, make sure you check us out next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're almost at 1,500 subs. We're like right there. We need 5 more. So, hey, spread the word of the New Gaming Order Revolution. You know, and with that, we will see you next time. Same time, same Twitch channel, same Twitch time. See you later.
What?
Peace. Alright, recording.
Just let me know when you're off the air, Alex, because I don't want to say anything that I don't need to say.
Alright, I just wanted to thank those of you who are checking out the director's cut. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that we're getting all these supporters and viewers in the chat. You know, even though small numbers for now, it's better than where we were. So, with that, I just wanted to say goodbye to the chat. And we're about to go offline. So we'll see y'all later on the